Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. I do hope that you can hear me and see me all right. Welcome back to another excellent episode of Baji and Physics, where we talk about physics, astronomy, astrophysics, and cosmology during these late night live sessions here in Boston, Massachusetts of the United States of America. And I do hope that you're someplace warmer tonight. It is an extremely cold, extremely very chilly night here in Boston. I did go outside and I did kind of freeze, and my hands got very, very cold indeed because I did not wear my gloves. And it is definitely time to pull those out and wear them outside because it is proving to be a very cold December so far indeed. Now, I hope that you will be joining very soon, many of you, and I will make sure to share the live and make sure all the buttons are buttoning and things like that. I see some things have changed on my YouTube live stream. Hello, Alphabet. I do believe that is B. Hello, how are you doing? Please do join. Please do send your messages in the chat. Please do share any thoughts that you have. Extremely welcome to dominate the chat during this live, especially if you have questions regarding those topics of physics, astronomy, astrophysics, and cosmology. Yes, Baji did get out. So Alphabet is asking, did Baji ever get out of the cupboard? It's B. Yes, it's B. Hello. Good evening, B. Good evening indeed. Let me make sure that my own phone's brightness is also set so I can see the messages more clearly. I hope everything is working fine enough on this live. Can you see me and hear me okay, B? Thank you so very much for being here. Oh my gosh, did you give me a gift? User Random Alphabet has sent 100, which I believe it's showing up as a 1 on the top of the screen. So maybe that's 1 Ruby. You're coming through fine. You're coming through fine. Oh, very nice. Oh, thank you, B, and thank you for the gift. So I believe right now my channel has this new capability of accepting gifts, which I think was not a thing before. I am myself a little bit confused by all the different features, to be honest, because at some point I was able to get the super chats and super thanks. Then I got ads, and now I think I have shopping feature enabled and capable of doing shopping features. If you guys are interested in shopping and, doing that stuff for Christmas off of my videos. And also now I believe I see this Ruby sign on the top of my screen, which are, I believe, called gifts. So now I'm getting these gifts, and thank you so very much for being here. Hello to everybody. Please do join us, and please do like, share, and subscribe, and please do these types of features that I am now capable of, which is apparently this diamond or ruby sign called the gift. So I'm not sure what the gifts do, but I send them lol. Oh, thank you. Does it cost money to you? I don't I'm not sure. If you guys are spending money on this channel, please know that it does directly help me and the kitty cats, and to get this channel going and continuing as well going forward. So I do appreciate everybody's patience and gifts and whatever else. There's different words for these different features: gifts, super chat, super thanks, and I do appreciate them all. So now what I will be doing is going over on this side. I have my laptop here, and I will be sharing the live and making sure all the buttons are buttoned, as in all the things are happening according to as they should be happening. Tank. Hello, Mason Francis is saying hot tea. Are you saying you want some hot tea and you misspelled it? Oh, are you saying hot tie, as in a tie that becomes extreme temperatures? Tank Tide is saying, I need advice. Well, do tell what your issue is, and we will certainly address it. You should definitely wait. What is happening? Oh, good. The do not disturb on my phone came on. I was a bit confused about that. Okay, so now people will not be able to disturb me and what do you call, interrupt the live stream. So that is good. B has deleted a message. What was the message? I do wonder. It costs points, but apparently I had many already. So B is saying that it costs points to give gifts. So I think I am most appreciative if you're going to send gifts or supers or chats or super chats or just normal messages or anything at all. I do appreciate it very, very much. Hello there, whoever joined and sent a bunch of hearts. I cannot quite read what you've sent, but I do appreciate it very, very much. Tank Tide is saying, I like a girl, but I don't know how to address it. Well, do say more. You could try to communicate to this person that you like them. He said you looked like a young man. Well, thank you so much. I think he's commenting on my youthful energy, for which I'm thankful. No problems at all. Gary Wooton is saying greetings from England. Hello to England. Hello to the UK. Is it just as cold as New England over there? Because indeed it is very cold in New England tonight. It is quite frigid, and I have saved myself by coming back inside after venturing out briefly. He said you look like a young man. Okay, Gary is saying, oh, that's right, from England. Outlaw Scarlet is saying, don't skip my message. Well, Outlaw, I couldn't and I wouldn't. That is so nice that you are here, Outlaw. Thank you so much and welcome. Hello, Emily. Hello, Outlaw. Is this thang on? It is. CD1217 is saying, I'm in RI. Rhode Island? Oh my goodness. How nice and welcome to Rhode Island. Zebulon is saying, I kissed a girl and I liked it. This message is held for review. Oh gosh, Outlaw, you might want to behave because I do have a mod on the live. Sometimes these lives are quite wild and there's no mods, but tonight there's a mod, and I believe they're quite a quite a helpful mod. The one and only Nicole is saying, you're my favorite transgender YouTuber. Oh, well, how excellent indeed. Thank you so much. I would love to be part of that community. And if they accept me, then more power to everyone involved. Gary is saying, raining here. Jordan Sweet is saying, hello. Hello. Abel Hay is saying, hi. That only one is saying, you are natural. Thank you, everybody. Hello, Alma. Hello, Zach Kind. Hello from Texas. Okay. Hello to Texas. Sorry, I'm only squinting because the messages are going a little too fast sometimes. CD is saying, don't censor. I'm not the one that censors, actually. It is YouTube that censors. So I am probably much less censored than this platform. The one and only Nicole is saying, nice to meet you. Love to eat. Oh, love you or love to eat me? Oh, goodness gracious. Well, the one and only Nicole, thank you for being here. PDD is saying NI. Oh, PDD. Gifted Visions is saying, you trans like for real. Hello from Louisiana. You're a king. Hi, beautiful. The trolls are out. Yikes. Like the channel. Molly, hello. That's totally fine that there are a few trolls here. That is actually quite encouraging for me, believe it or not. I have been waiting for this. What are we doing here? You have a nice presence, but I can't figure the plan. Oh, well, thank you so much for being here, CD. We will be getting to some astrophysics very soon, but I try to spend some time saying hi to everybody. YouTube is not doing a very good job. Oh, well, YouTube is trying. You know, they have certain words that they censor and things like that, but I don't mind. I certainly don't mind if people are, you know, being a little bit rambunctious in the chat. What is better, curry chicken or fart in a cup on this street? Hello, Amma. Well, you know, Excellent question. Excellent question indeed. Let me share the live and I will resume saying hi to everybody as soon as I share it and make sure about some of these buttons and whatnot on the live monitor on here. Why don't you answer that? In the meantime, I have a little question here for you guys. Astrophysics. Let's see if the man on the moon was a woman. Hello, Molly, too. Thank you so much for the gifts. Oh, my goodness. See, such nice things are happening. People are sending gifts. Oh, thank you so much, Molly. Leroy is saying, say frog, please. Freg. I don't know what that means, but okay. And please do like, share, and subscribe, my darling Leroy. Zebulon is saying, yeah, work. On King David, how come you don't have a dot? Thank you, Lele. Oh my gosh, people are doing gifts. Oh, thank you so very much. This is extremely exciting for me that all of you are here and some of you are doing gifts, and it is very, very exciting indeed that Freg is appeased. I don't know who Freg is, but hello, Freg. Dubover is saying Wunderbar. I don't know what that is, but thank you. Are you married or have a boyfriend? Says Molly. Very pretty face, says King David. Oh, thank you so much indeed. Thank you so much indeed. I must say that you guys are quite nice and many of you are being very supportive, and I'm quite appreciative of this. So I am doing the buttons on this side, so don't don't feel like I'm ignoring your chat messages at all. I will be reading all of them, even the quite shady ones, and I will be what time is it? It's 12:06 in the morning here in Boston. I will be saying reading all of your chats, even the ones I miss, because I'm looking over here, because I will scroll back to where you have sent them, okay? So let me do the buttons on here. So someone is asking about a bindi. So it is a makeup item, the bindi that some people wear, and I don't usually wear it out of a preference. Like some people prefer to wear it, some people don't. Some people wear it for some... It is part of the Indian culture in some cultures, but it is not a requirement. And you can certainly be of Indian origin without makeup and without that particular item of makeup, okay? So that is why I don't wear it. It's simply a preference. I am not generally somebody who puts stuff on my face too much, other than maybe like lip balm, a bit of lipstick here and there. But... something that kind of like goes on your face like a sticker is not my preferred makeup, if you will, okay? But I do think that it looks good on many, many people. So if you are wearing it, then more power to you, okay? Let's see. Freg, I said freg. I don't know. Would you illuminate exactly what this freg means? I don't know if this is a person or what. And thank you so much, everybody, for the gifts. Very pretty face. Oh, thank you. Just to Dean says wonderful. Okay. The Habibi is saying cap. Hello, the Habibi. I love your username. That is such a gentle username indeed. My friends, my Habibis, please do like, share, and subscribe. Please do tell your family members, sisters, other Habibis, brothers, cousins, relatives, neighbors. Do please join and like, share, and subscribe. Mwah, mwah, mwah. My mom is my dad now. Hello, CPS. I'm glad that you had a mom and now have a dad. Gary is saying you seem to be a nice person. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, my friend. King David is capping. Okay. I don't know what that means, but thank you. I'm a troll, but you're very controlled and cool, says Ama Nikar. Oh, thank you so very much. For the weekend, I have been doing this for a while. I've been doing public speaking since, well, I've been doing performances since I was a child. Used to be very nervous. I used to be this quiet kid who couldn't speak or sing in front of people without getting very nervous, anxious, and I had these anxiety problems, and I still do. But as far as public speeches, especially, much more practiced now, and quite all right with dealing with an audience, especially live audience. And I think that you guys are all quite nice, actually, quite engaging, and I'm happy for the engagement. Thank you. Mwah. But I've been performing since I was quite a young age, and probably when I was very, very young, I didn't like it, and it felt like there was a lot of pressure to perform in front of a bunch of adults as a little kid, to be able to like kind of, whatever. But now I do this for myself. Like I do it out of my own interest, so I like it. For the weekend, I like sitting on the couch. Hello, Bella Parker. Lovely name, Bella. How are you doing? Is that Isabella? Lovely name and lovely plans for the weekend. How come you don't have a bindi? I just spoke about that. Hannah Joseph is saying, you look so pretty, like Laura from Cat's Eye. I do not know what Cat's Eye is or who Laura is, but thank you so much. King David is saying, I'm in Boston too. Oh, how nice. Have you gone out today? Because it was so cold, right? Please share a fun fact about orbital mechanics. Oh, how nice. Dub over. Orbital mechanics. We can certainly talk about that. But it is. Do you mean like in a classical way? Hannah Joseph is saying, you look so pretty. Oh, Lara from Cat's Eye, thank you. Bra, WT, F this, is saying hi from India. Hello, Bra, as in BRUH. Dreamy is saying it is simply a preference. Hello, Dreamy. Thank you so much. I think you're responding about the bindi thing. Thank you. King David is saying, I knew you was Hindu. Your face is so flawless. I only ask because it don't it also mean you're married? Not really. So sometimes married women do wear a red bindi, especially if they're wearing other red colors. It's still part of makeup. It's still just makeup. Because you can certainly be married and not wear any makeup, and you can certainly be single and wear some makeup, right? Or as much makeup as you want. So it can be associated with cultures and religions and things. Certain things are actually related to a religious ceremony, but the day-to-day things that we see people wear is mostly makeup and their preference, okay? You can go to lunch with your friends. I can go to lunch with my friends. I sure can. Generally, I'm a dinner person, but I sure can go to lunch with my friends. Hello, RWC. Hello, Paul Ball. Paul Ball is saying something quite humorous, but I don't know if it's being censored by YouTube or not. Madam, it's Monday. What do you do? What do you mean weekend plans? I know, right? It was YouTube that asked that question or asked me to ask that question, but thank you for pointing out that it's only Monday. But I am here to cheer everyone on towards the weekend. I like your eyes, says JC211. Hello, JC. Hello, Zebulon. Well, the kitty cats are upstairs, Zebulon. They are a little cold down here. So they're currently upstairs, but they will come, on their own. And I will not be forcing them. Frago la 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 is saying it's impossible to stick your tongue out and look. Okay. She sounds like an AI, says Osmond Jones. Is it because I'm so perfect? Well, thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe, my darling. When I'm in the zone, that is just how is my tone. I'm in the zone now. I do work with AI and I teach AI things. So maybe AI has learned to be AI from me, and AI is like me, not me like AI. I would tap, give me a couple shots, and I thought you meant tap the screen. I think you should tap the screen and give us some likes, shares, and subscribes without any shots involved of any kind. Uh, you should certainly feel free to give us some likes and some shares and some subscribes without any further, what do you call, coercion. You sing now. You sing now. I could sing now. Do, re, mi. Oh, yes, indeed. Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. That one. Stay on longer so your lipstick is still shining and popping. Hello, Randy. Geau, Julu is saying, why you be looking so ticklish? Barry is saying, I am him. Hello, him. I'ma be at your mom's house. Hello, Fry. Hello, Ababa. 1111. Oh my gosh, I must 1111 you back, my darling. I do love 1111. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you for your likes and shares and subscribes. And tap the screen and give us some hearts and likes and send some love. I'm reading this comment on YouTube very fast and very weird. I got boogers. Hello, Justin. On King is saying it was freezing. You low-key tough boy. Hello, super fluffy. How are you doing? Henry Lincoln. Oh my goodness, what a nice name. Is saying I love Boston. What do you do in Boston? I breathe and eat and go for walks, and I go to the gym and I study and I work and did I say eat? I eat food. I love Boston food. I take the train. I take the bus. Those are just a few of my favorite things. Ugly Casanova is saying, love your 3 brown eyes. Do I have more than one? Or 2 rather? Do I have an odd number of eyes? Well, thank you so much. Is this an Indonesian channel? It could be. I think that you should join us and give us some love virtually. Thank you for being here. Hey there, big time is saying that. Alex is saying, are you British? No, but the British people are me. Justin is saying, I'm reading this out loud really fast and I gotta... Okay. Barry is saying nothing. How you? Ababa is saying, what's an orbital mechanics? Show picture of pot of greed and show it to the stream. I'm not sure what that means at all. Dave Blends is saying, I love your accent. Oh, thank you, my darling. How can I find a wife like you, says Alex on Throttle. Smoke Indica is saying, push onto the weekend. Whoa. I'm trying to see if I can change the question, but it's not currently letting me. Well, hello. It is about to get universal in here. Yes, Adam. Adam Dolson, did you see all these people that are here? And I have been reading their messages, so I finally see you now. Adam, how are you? And guess what? Now I have one more feature available on YouTube, and it is called gifts, which I thought I already had, but apparently I did not. So now I have this ruby sign on the top of my screen saying gifts or saying something. Adam Dolson, we are going to talk about the universe. I will sub if you define orbital mechanics. King David, this is not what I expect from a fellow Bostonian. King David is saying, and do, okay, all right. Are you a D1 geeker? I don't know what that is, and that's great. You know I'm not deaf, says Ababa. Taylor King says, are you saying my audio is working well? Well, thank you so much. I always wanted to ride the train. Is it nice there? I do think that the train is very nice, yes. The various, T options, which actually includes the ferry, are all very nice. Alex is saying, so you're my wife now, technically. I love your accent. Thank you, Dave Blends. Daniel Magellanic Cloud. Your last name there, Daniel, looks a little bit like the Magellanic Cloud, large Magellanic Clouds and the small Magellanic Clouds. So I love it. Greetings from Houston, Texas. Oh, well, thank you so much. And greetings to you too, my Texas. Do you like the Jewish religion? I like when all are kind and kind to each other, to themselves as well as each other. How about that? Which could very much include Jewish people and people of that religion. Actually, is Jewish people are, I don't know too much about that religion. Is Jewish a religion, or is that just a person who was born into that, like Judaism? Somebody can correct me. I am not a very religion informed person, to be totally honest. So, but yes, I do like when people are kind to each other and themselves. Thank you so much. Just skipped mine. Hydros for life. Oh, Hydro has said you are so gorgeous. Well, thank you, my darling. I do appreciate it very much that you have said this. Let's see who the top fans are right now. Number 1 is Mully. Oh my goodness. Hello, Mully. Number 2 is B. Number 3 is Alex on the throttle. Number 4 is CD. Number 5 is Gary. Number 6 is Ormas. Number 7 is Sleepy. Number 8 is Barry. And number 9 is Zebulon. And number 10 is PDD. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Mully. Thank you so much for one more gift, I do believe. What's your favorite tea? My favorite tea is just it can be Darjeeling tea, something like a Darjeeling tea from India, for example, but like with spices, turmeric, things like that, so that it has more taste than just a regular tea. So something like, yeah, something like a Darjeeling tea, which has a really nice flavor with spices mixed in and like turmeric flavored and ginger and all that is like my favorite tea. So it's really about how you make the tea too. It's you know, Darjeeling, I'm biased. I'm from the same state as Darjeeling originally. So Darjeeling is in the northern part of Bengal where I'm from. So of course I love Darjeeling tea, and it is, I mean, a world famous tea. But it's also how you make it, which I think makes a big difference, okay? Grand Budapest Hotel. Now you have a bindi. I have a bindi. Do I have a bindi? Is that happening with some kind of animation? So, okay, so that was Ababa that asked that. Hydro, hello, Hydro. Do you partake in cannabis or any other recreational substance for fun or spiritual reasons? I actually do not, but thank you for asking, Nexus 2 Ninja. Randy Michael is saying, keep on staying up late and all night long. Alex on Throttle is saying, you know what I like? You. Oh, well, thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. Let me look over here to see if there is anything I missed. Have you heard of Michael Raposo? He is a producer of tea near Budapest. Hello, Weird Burton. You cook for me and I'll work for money, says WAPAZ. Hello, Wapaz. Shiba, David is saying Shiba, okay. Oh my gosh, Adam from Canada has sent some Canadian dollars. How wonderful of you, Adam, indeed. Is that you, Adam, who did that? Oh my goodness. Shiba's eyes high, says King David. Let's see, have you heard of Michael Raposo? He's a producer of tea. I send many gifts. Oh, thank you, Mully. How kind of you. Mwah, mwah, and mwah. Mully, thank you so much. Selma Hayek. Do you mean Selma Hayek? King David. And I missed a few comments, so let me read those really quickly, and then I will thank you again, Adam, because I do appreciate you so very much, and we will be talking about astrophysics so that it is certainly worth your while, okay? I will definitely make it worth your while. And also, Adam, if you have any questions, then put them in the chat, okay? So let's see, the thing that I missed. Her voice is not really like that. Have you ever watched the movie Bahubali? Of course, I do believe that I've watched parts of the movie called Bahubali, at least some clips from the movie Bahubali. I'm not actually sure if I've seen the whole thing. I will if someone makes me, but I think I've seen clips from it. Oh, did you see Baji behind me? He just was here, but I was distracted, and then he did a huge what's the word? I was going to say laugh, but not laugh. He did a huge jump and went over there. Laugh in Bengali means kind of like a jump. So he did that. My brain is very mixed up when it comes to my kids because I speak Bengali with them, but I speak mostly English with you guys. So I'm all kinds of confused, all kinds. So I'm really sorry if I ruined the vibe, but I'm crying right now. Oh no! Who is this? Mia Hypen fan is saying, I'm crying right now and I don't know what to do. I would rather not say why. Once again, I'm really sorry for ruining the vibe. Well, Mia, we are here for you. You can share anything you'd like, and you can also share things in the comments or just be here, and hopefully we make you feel better, okay? Mia. That's a wonderful name, by the way, Mia. Vegan Pete. I love that. Vegan Pete. A Pete who is vegan, 99, is saying mom's 80th birthday and live nativity display at church in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Are you from Canada? I've been to Ontario, Canada. Lovely place, and of course the falls is great. So James Sanchez is here saying DIH. I don't know what that means, but thank you, James. And of course, now I see Adam again. Oh, Adam said you're a gem, ma'am. Oh, Adam. Let me heart your comment and like it and reply if I can. Can I reply? Oh my goodness. Thank you, my dear friend indeed, for all your support, Adam. It is very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much, Adam. I think now Adam will be the top fan. Number 1 is Adam. Yes! Number 1 is Adam. Number 2 is Molly. Number 3 is B. Number 4 is Alex on Throttle. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. I tried to like it. I don't know if it's not letting me like it or what. I'm trying to like your chat, Adam. Sometimes the buttons on the YouTube will not be. There it is. I was able to like it on the phone. Thank you, Adam. Adam, what is there a topic you'd like to hear about tonight? I mean, we're going to do probably Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysics for people in a hurry. We might continue on with a couple of things from there in a little bit here. So if that hopefully sounds good to you, I think Adam's background is maybe computer science. Is that right, Adam? And he enjoys the physics chats. So I have a hockey tournament this weekend. Oh, thank you, Max. Stranger Things 5 has replied for the weekend plans. You're going to be playing hockey. How nice. John Slack is saying, let everything that has breath praise the Lord. Oh, thank you, John Slack. Hello, King David. You got it, Adam is saying, so you have little mini Bengali tigers. Yes, they are my Bengal tigers, the Royal Bengal Tiger, who is very loyal Bengal in this house. I am so glad that you know about that, Adam. Indeed, I have my Royal Bengal Tigers here, and I love them so much. And thank you, universe, and thank you, God. Ababa is saying, I love astrophysics. Do you study quantum physics too? Yes, we do talk about quantum mechanics a lot, and we do talk about it, and we do study it and things like that, okay? Hi, how are you doing? I'm special needs Christian rapper, autistic. I got friends on here. I try to be nice, but people told me they. Oh no, SNBCR. I'm so glad you're here and sharing. Thank you so much. Repent and turn to Jesus Christ. Hello, blessed. How are you doing? I'm going to a birthday party, says Gabe. Lorena is saying vacation. Your bestie Bella is saying I got my own car. Well, congratulations. You got your own car. Goodness, goodness, goodness. I got my own car. Neil actually got me deeper into astrophysics with Cosmos, a space-time odyssey. So that sounds great to me. Loved his presentation and passion for it, but he gets a lot of hate lately. Actually, I'm not sure. What is the word on Neil deGrasse? Do you know why he gets hate? I'm not actually entirely sure about that. Also, is Acastio here? Is Acastio here? My friend and supporter of this channel. I don't know if I missed something from him. If I did, I hope to see you soon. And if I, or if you see this later, please do leave a comment, share, like, subscribe. I mean, you're already subscribed, hopefully, but you can leave a comment so I can read it later on, or say something when you join, okay? Shonda is saying hello or hi. Hello, Shonda. SNBCR is saying I sub. Oh, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. El Chap Bro is saying my girlfriend just made roti. Do you like? I'm much more of a rice person, but I will eat roti because I will eat anything that someone has made with love, of course. Hi, I'm new, says Lorena. Hello, Lorena. If you're new, please do like, share, subscribe. We have lots of fun discussing physics, astronomy, cosmology, general topics, just saying hi, chatting, and also we have kitty cats that are extremely cute with the thanks to the God and evil eye remove and touch wood. Maybe because he's not giving into three-eye atlas hype. I mean, I'm not either, you know, like it's like, I don't know. I'd rather talk about the topics that are interesting to me overall and not just a trend, you know? So maybe because, okay. Can you say hi? He's pretty super cute. Aw, I like your house. Oh, thank you. The house, yes, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I like my house too, with the thanks to the God. Thank you, universe, for letting me have a house and not being homeless. Can you say hi? He's pretty super cute. Says Meheran Rehmani. Hello, Meheran. How are you doing, my darling? Adam is saying because he's not giving into three-eye atlas, I'd be curious for your thoughts on those anomalies as well. Well, actually, we talked about comets on one of the lives. Like, I just kept it like an educational content on comets because I'm not entirely sure that I have much more comments than that about comments. Comments on comments. So Lorena says, oh, did you see the new black hole they found? Supposed to be the largest one. Hope you have a good night. Jesus will never stop loving you. Oh, thank you, C9MP. Thank you so very much. Klaus is saying something with the swastika symbol. Did you know that the swastika symbol is of course used a lot in India for you know, in religious purposes. Sorry, I got a bit distracted by a message here. Let's see. One second, please. Aw. I have a friend messaging, and I wanted to check real quick. So, Klaus, I like the message that you have sent. I don't know if you're sending that because of the German reference or the Indian reference. The Indian reference is very much appropriate here. SNBCR is saying, I want us to be friends. I subscribe to you. Please do subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Indeed. Thank you so much. Jason is saying, you're so gorgeous. Well, thank you, Jason, my darling. How are you? Kirk J is saying, go catch a movie and Donna. Okay. Maybe it's a sign of friendship with all races, says the CK Red link. Fallen for you is saying, I don't think Klaus is interested in Indian culture. There's a reason it's Klaus with a K. Oh no, like not Santa Claus, Klaus, but K Klaus. Well, Klaus with a K, please don't scare people with your swastika signs. But if you're saying swastika as in, you know, we put that in all our religious ceremonies and whatnot, then so be it. Actually, we use dots in them. I think our swastikas come with dots, just so you know. I don't see the differences. Jason said, you're so gorgeous. Well, thank you. Ababa saying, falling. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. I'm good, and how has your day been? It's been good. And after seeing you guys, it's gotten better. Thank you, everyone. That has been lovely to say hi to everybody. It has been most amazing. Please do like and subscribe, my darlings. It has been most amazing to see everybody, okay? Let me pin the message. And also, I never put a title on this live. Should I do that? What do you guys want the title to be for this excellent live where people are joining and saying excellent things? Should I make the title one of your names? Physics with Klaus with a K? Santa Claus? Physics with you. Join us, Santa Claus. Give your gifts. We get gifts now. Gifts is a new feature on this channel. Gifts unlocked with Klaus with a K. I'll make it a fun title tonight. Live audience. I will say physics live with you. I'm 26. How old are you? What's your favorite shark? We have big plans. Where you want to go first? Hello, Monaco. The world wants to see us divided. Who? Who? Klaus got scared because got called out. Positivity rules. Oh no, is Klaus gone? I'm naming the live after him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Who is that? Thank you, Seraphic Light. Oh my gosh, hello, Mike Yo. Mike Yo. Hello, Mike Yo. Mike Yo is saying hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful to you too, Mike Yo. My goodness, you're truly beautiful. Coming across your beauty made my day. Oh, well, thank you so much, my dear John Clifford. I feel a little bit better from talking to you, and Google said no. Any con, just take your channel down. You give me angel vibes. Oh, I have been called an earth angel before. It is true. Thank you, universe. Class cottons. What does that mean? Klaus cotton Oh, do you mean he should have put the dots in the swastika to make it more Indian? Which is where Hitler had stolen that from anyways. So much things have been stolen from India, guys. The culture, the gold, the diamonds, the other jewels in the crown. in that country, UK and whatnot. I mean, I love the UK because I think the UK is basically me at this point after taking so much from my background. And I love London. It is my favorite city in the world. And I love that there's a train to Paris from it. And I love that there are cheap flights to like Italy from London. I love it. And I love that there are plays you can watch there. And I watch them multiple times. And I love that from New England, you can get cheap flights to London. I mean, you have to track them, but I track them and I always take a cheap flight. I don't like to overpay for things unnecessarily. Okay, moving on. Thank you, everybody, for doing the gifts, my loves. Hello, Seraphic. Thank you, Seraphic. You're really beautiful. God bless. Oh, thank you, David Bowles. People in general. Who is people in general? Do I have lazy eye? Firefighter is saying very attractive, lazy eye and all. DJ Amin is saying, I'm gonna find you. Are you talking to Klaus? I do hope so. Okay, please, you guys, I'm sorry, I have to finish naming the live. Do give me one more second, okay? We are live. Excuse me, please. I will be naming the live now and putting the title of this live and making it show up. Okay, I told you that the settings were not quite set yet, and indeed they are not. I'm finishing that up right now. We are live. Please join us. I will say, and we have named the live after Klaus, because love wins all. We will win love with, no, we will win hate with love. We will put dots in swastikas. We will be kind to each other. Physics Live with you. Join us, Santa Claus. Gifts unlocked with Klaus. With a K. I think that's a good title. What do you think? Honey, I think that's a good title. What do you think? I have not made any clips, guys. I completely forgot this feature where you can make clips. Can we get 55 likes? Is anyone going to go to a concert this month? Like, say, for example, Christmas music concert type of thing? Make sure to dot your swastikas, words to live by. If you dot them, they become a Hindu ceremony type of thing. Grandma's damnation. Hello, stolen text. How are you doing this lovely morning, evening, night? Dragon Ski. Hello. Steven. My darling Steven, how are you doing? Is Delhi Belly real? Is Delhi Belly real? Delhi Belly? Delhi Belly? Like Delhi, the city of India, belly, as in where you eat too much in Delhi and get a belly? It must be. Delhi does have excellent food. Excellent indeed. Especially like chicken tandoori, biryani, parathas. It's North India after all. Everything comes with ghee, which is a butter. Dong, 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 dong. La 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 la. Da-da-dong, da-dong, da. Does anyone know what I'm singing? Because I don't. It's a music. I believe it's an instrumental piece that I have myself played in the past on the violin. But I cannot remember the name of it. So if you know, please do tell me. Please do tell me. La 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 la. Your voice is everything. It certainly sounds angelic. Thank you, Ababa. My friend from India is a priest and lives in UK. Says God bless America. Hello, God bless America. How are you doing? Okay, all we need is love. Where is that comment? Where did it go? Ocasio! Ocasio, are you here, my friend? Ocasio, you're here. Ocasio, see, I have a new feature. It's called gifts. And did you know that it's different from super chats and super thanks? It's a whole new thing. Ocasio, oh my goodness. You are here. Hello. How is the Dominican Republic? I think you told me that you were in the DR. Is it good there? Is it safe there? Where should I stay there when I go there? Tell me a resort name right now. Tell me a hotel name right now. Thank you, my friend. I have no plans. Says Steven. Adam said, dot your I's and your swastika. I love Adam. You are such a nice Canadian. You are such a representation of the entire country of Canada. I love it. By the way, Adam, I have been to your capital city, Ottawa, right? And I thought it was lovely. And I thought indeed a lot of Canada was lovely. In fact, all of it was lovely. It's just that Tim Hortons, I believe that is the Starbucks there, right? I feel like their hot chocolate could be a bit stronger. If they could make their hot cocoa more strong-like, with more chocolate in it, then that is my only request from the entire country of Canada. Because I love hot cocoa. Stephen, congrats. Lucius is saying, question, why do you use English numbers and so many English words in your language? Does Hindi have a very little amount of words? No, Hindi has a full-fledged vocabulary of many, many words, but people that are bilingual, trilingual will often mix together their languages, and so maybe that is why that happens. But we can also speak in what we call Shuddh Hindi, which is where you would not do such a mixing, and then you would hear all of the pure Hindi words, and the same thing goes for Bengali or Urdu or whatever, okay? Hello, Solara. Solara Chankala is saying, the hair you have is epic and your face is like seeing the divine light of angels from super mega heaven, and everything you are is cute. Oh, thank you so much, Solara. That is a very kind comment of yours indeed. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And thank you. And thank you, universe, for the hair. Touch wood and evil eye remove. And, you know, all I do is make sure that my hair doesn't get damaged from the chlorine in the water where I swim by putting on a gigantic cap on my head. You know, the universe has gifted this hair. I didn't do much there. Hair and there. I rhymed. And and the thing with what I do, or try to anyways, is to always wear. Oh my gosh, someone has done gifts. I will scroll and see who. What I make sure is that I don't damage it unnecessarily and too much, because I do like to swim a lot, and it can actually cause I'm sorry, I'm reading a message and it's funny. So I messaged somebody and they're asking if I'm talking to them or one of my cats. People are starting to realize that cats, I mean, my kids are very important to me indeed. anything. I just make sure that my hair doesn't have get too much chlorine from my swimming. That's all I really do. And then I wash it sometimes. I wash it like a couple times a week with shampoo and conditioner. That's it. So if you're a hair care company and you want to send me your shampoo, great, but do make sure that it's a good shampoo that I can, I use Dove without them asking me to make an ad for them. But yes. Excuse me. Just Houdin is saying Hawk Tua. Big Frank is saying Cleveland, Ohio. Hello, Big Frank. Are you from Cleveland, Ohio? You know, I have been in Ohio for a long time. I used to live there for a long time, and I have never actually been to Cleveland. If you want to say something about Cleveland, please do feel free, because I don't know. Acacio is saying that's me, believe it or not. Do you believe it? Oh, hi, Acacio. Oh my gosh, Solara Chankala has sent a floating heart for 10 jewels. Thank you, Solara. I see the jewel number increasing. Thank you so much, my love. Solara, thank you so much. Do you see the kitty cat? Baji Baba. Baji. Baji. Baji's busy. Busy Baji. Oh, Baji. Baji Baba. Your audience is waiting, Shona. So I don't like to force Baji to come down. He comes down when he wants to, and his siblings come down when they want to, because it is cold, and the downstairs is colder than the upstairs. But he has come on his own volition, on his own. Actually, he came for his snacks. Baji Baba. Someone said a bad word. Steven. Ooh, Arjun is asking about the difference between wormhole and black holes. Hello, YRG. Hello, Da Funiga. I don't know what that means. Okay. Hello, Jeffrey. I'm just quickly saying hi to everybody because some of the comments are passing by too quickly, okay? Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. And I do appreciate you being here very, very much. And can we get 55 likes? That would be most excellent. Adam is saying I'm quite close to Toronto, far away from Ottawa. I also have been to that area more, the Toronto area. I will speak with the CEO of Timmy's to make sure we get up the strength on the hot cocoa, and I agree, I would recommend the white hot cocoa. I know, right? I've probably tried all of the hot cocoa. Oh my gosh, Acacio has done a super chat. Oh my gosh. So the white hot cocoa, any hot cocoa that anyone has to offer, I've probably tried it if I've been been by the store. So I think I've tried it all, and the only comment I have is make it stronger. Just increase the chocolate amounts, please. Oh, and of course, what I love about Canada is your maple syrup. I mean, nowhere is it better as far as I know. I have never bought maple syrup again after being to Canada, and I think it was my brother that actually bought it. But yeah. Okay. DAFUN, thank you so much for your comments. Please don't repeat the same one because I do want to read the other people's comments as well, okay? You're making it hard for me to go through them and read everyone else's, and more the merrier in that case, okay? So that I can see other people's as well. Please shout out his name. Nick. Okay, I will shout out your brother's name, Nick, okay? But that is about it for you. Okay. All right, now let's see who is next. Gorilla, please ban. Oh, I see. Yeah. You, I understood that, of course, after I read it already, but yes. Hello, Sophia. Sophia's Funland is saying, hi, how's your day? Old Monkey is saying butter. G Tag is saying, hello. I see Kitty. Yes, Steven. Kitty is right there. Baji is right there. He just got up there. Country Duan is saying hi. How do you feel about Therians? I'm not sure what that means. Do tell. Do tell me what that means. Acacio is... Acacio! Oh my gosh. Acacio is the #2 top fan now because he did a super chat. Thank you so much, Acacio, my friend. Muchas gracias, amigo. So Adam Dolson is #1 top fan, and the #2 is Acacio59. Both are dear friends of mine, but one is from Canada and the other is from the Dominican Republic, but he lives in New York. Thank you. See, I know you guys. I know you guys. How are you doing, Acacio? Is it nice there? Are you still in DR? What does Baji mean? So Baji kind of, it means sort of like a firecracker. It can also, it's sort of like a play on the words, which means thunder. And because Baji is a silver tiger, kitty cat, I named him that, but also I named him after my original only child, my everything, my universe, Fuji. And then, you know, the siblings are called Suji and Baji. Where are you located, Boston? DR is kind of big in tourism. Casa de Campo is a pretty nice spot for tourists. Country club. Okay. Casa de Campo. Hey, Acacio, can you also put that in one of the comments that you leave for me on my videos? Because I just want a reminder to go and save it on the Google Maps. Okay. Casa de Campo. Casa de Campo. I found out I got him reported. Oh, okay. Saludos desde Oaxaca, Mexico. Hello, Mexico. How are you doing? I'm back in Kissimmee, Florida. You're back in Florida now? Okay. How was it? How was everything? There is my Baji Baba right there, and here we are, all of us. Level Up Dojo is saying you have beautiful hair. Oh, thank you so much. Right now we have 11 views, guys. That is very nice. That's a very nice number. Steven is saying, what am I, chopped liver? What do you mean? Who is? DR is kind of big in tourism. Yes, I know the Dominican Republic is big in tourism, especially in the winter months here. I'm sure people from Boston will be running there for sure. Do you wear headbands? Not a lot, but I do wear them. Yes. I'm back in Florida. I can finally report I'm working on book 5, finished chapter 1. Steven, you have been so productive. Keep on going, Steven. Keep on keeping on. Let me make sure that I liked the chat there. I thought Baji was sister. Yes, so I believe in Urdu or Hindi, or I think it's Urdu. Baji is sister. So it depends on the language. Boost the physics. Yes, please. Please do. Am I still your friend? I know we're friends. Of course. Am I safe over here? I want to be your friends. Of course. Safe space indeed. Okay. So now, okay, so now we will do a little bit of reading. Hello, Omniverse. Hello, John O.C. Oh, Okay. Um, it's been a weekend yesterday. My church have a Christmas party. Okay, so we have been doing a bit of reading from this book called Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. This is by Neil deGrasse Tyson, who, of course, many of you know. He's a renowned physicist, and he has done a lot of popular science content on these topics regarding the cosmos, physics, astronomy, things like that, and of course, the show Cosmos. And a lot of people have benefited from that show, and this is he. Also has a bunch of books that people might find helpful. And in fact, I actually did not know exactly how many books he had. He has quite a lot. And I have borrowed some of them from the Boston Public Library. And so they are here with me. And I'm able to share some of the tidbits from the books with you. Snokamoi, hello. Uncharted is saying he's an astronaut physicist. Okay, so last time we actually read the first chapter of this book, and I also made some comments on how this is going to be a pretty easy read. It's not going to be astrophysics. Yes, that makes sense. So last time we talked about how this is going to be a pretty easy to read book. It's not very heavy, and it's not going to be very difficult to follow if you are sort of one more like to 55. Yes, if you are sort of following along and physics is not your background, then this should be very easy to follow. And this is sort of a book tube channel. Like, we cover various topics under these domains of physics, astronomy, astrophysics, cosmology. We cover the topics from various books. So we have covered some from more, educational and sort of more detailed texts as well, which are the textbooks used in different schools, universities, things like that, for the majors of those topics. But this is more of a popular science approach. Now, some people have actually kind of requested that I recommend books that have more math and have more details. And for that, I would always say that, of course, there is a textbook that we have been covering things from, and this is called The Foundations of Astrophysics, which is an astronomy major's book, as well as, anybody that wants to take astronomy or astrophysics in a lot of detail. Pretty much it's used in college, at the college level, okay? Or maybe like an elective in grad school or something like that. So, and of course the authors are Barbara Ryden and Bradley M. Peterson. So this is a good book if you want more details. But of course, just remember that this is a textbook. And another note that I want to make also is that when we talked about dark matter candidates from this book, at least the version I have with me, because the author actually just gave me this book. Let's see. This book is from 2010. So, it's not going to be the latest and greatest information on dark matter research, but it does give you the background, and it gives you sort of a way to understand the topic and how we have evidence of dark matter and what the whole big deal was, sort of the history of it and things like that. Like the velocity, the rotation curves of stars and things like that. Stuff that we kind of discussed from this book with the help of this book, because it's basically a topic of discussion, and I wanted to make sure that I give you like a textbook level of information, stuff that is understood and it's like taught and everything like that in schools. So for that, this book is great, and I will link it in one of my videos so that you can find it easily. It's probably on my channel somewhere already. But then there's also a book called, and you're currently on this book because I've put the phone on that book. Hello, James. Thank you so much for the jewels. Really appreciate you. I see some jewels coming on the chat over there. James sent 100. Oh, thank you so much. So This book is called An Introduction to Modern Astrophysics, second edition, by Carolyn Osley. So this is another book that people will reference very commonly. It's also a book that's used a lot in school. Like, for example, this was my textbook when I took an astrophysics class in undergrad. And I believe it's sort of an astrophysics class for like an early level in grad school as well. Okay, so if you want a lot more details, say for example, on a very specific topic like the sun or something, like some topic that is kind of niche, not just not just a little bit of information, but a lot of information, then that book that I just now mentioned, Introduction to Modern Astrophysics. It's an orange book. It's a very thick book, and I can't show you easily right now because you are on the book. I'm using it's so thick. I'm using it as a way to kind of uplift the camera here, and it's like my stand right now. So, but I have also referenced that book as well in the past. So it's all on the channel somewhere or other. We've been doing these lives for a while, so there's quite a bit to sift through if you're going through the live tab and looking at all the episodes earlier. So we've discussed from all of these books already, but in case you're seeing this and you want a few book recommendations, then these are some. And then we also sometimes sometimes we just kind of get some books from the library that are more written at the popular science level, so they're more approachable by normal audiences, regular audiences, and the general populace. Sachi Mama has ran a very high speed sprint, and she has now come to the top of the room here, the ceiling. She has touched the sky here as I'm doing my physics introduction. Baji's sister Suji, which whom I call Sachi Mama, has done a great run. So anyways, sometimes she does that. She's about to get some zoomies, I do believe, and maybe that too will be part of this live. Okay, so this book that we talk about now is a pretty simple book. It's going to be just popular science. Okay, popular science meaning the science that is for the populace, for people in general who might not have a background in these topics. So I do think that there is a lot of value in these books, but the details are also available in other episodes and other live streams that we have done. Okay. Akshat. Hello, Akshat. Akshat is saying, as a physicist, what do you think of reality of nature and universe? She is getting hit by the X flare. Hello, nobody. Hello, JR again. And thank you, James. James Street has sent the jewels, and I do appreciate it so very much. Can you talk about gravitation? Because I feel this pull towards you. Well, we all feel a pull towards each other. We are all experiencing gravitation. So thank you for that comment. Cosmic Black. Blackie. Black Lives Matter. See, I'm right after all. Playing outside in the snow. Does light scatter in the light slit experiment because we absorb part of the light wave? So I see somebody's question, 1-star rating. So light basically has wave and particle duality. And that is the reason for the scattering or the phenomena we see in the double slit experiment. Okay, so it's not quite the same thing, but it's interesting what you bring up because black holes also have some quantum effects. And even though classically speaking, we say that black holes don't let anything escape, and even light cannot escape, and that is in fact how we set the equation for a black hole. And we basically set the escape velocity from a black hole to be the speed of light in vacuum, and that's how we would solve general relativity equations for a black hole, which would be the classical version of it, right? But if you did quantum mechanics and if you came from a more quantum approach, like what Stephen Hawking did, then actually you can have a particle here or there escaping a black hole, especially if so. Such quantum effects are also to be considered when we talk about a black hole. So even though the two things that you mentioned are maybe kind of different, but I think that you have a good point. Okay, but just keep in mind about the wave particle duality of light, and we can certainly go over the slit experiment at some point again, to further illuminate those things. Don't we technically feel stretched towards each other? Stretched towards each other. So it's not that we are there is a non-zero gravitational attraction between any two masses, but as far as stretching goes, the stretching can happen if there is a very extreme gravitational force due to tidal forces. Okay, so for example, the moon's force on our oceans. Escaping from below the horizon. I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean? Oh, do you mean the event horizon? You mean around the event horizon? Thank you for liking the live, and thank you for the gifts. Oh, so anyway, tidal forces are observable, absolute not so much. Okay, that's a comment that I'm reading. Okay, I think your theories are a bit of a stretch. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I found a way like Drake and Josh. Okay, you know what? I will let you guys dominate the chat while I keep on going with this book. I know I spent a long time saying hi to everybody, and I just want everyone to know that it is much appreciated that you came to the live. And if you see this again later, or if you see this for the first time later, please do comment and stay in touch. So, on Earth, as in the heavens, until Sir Isaac Newton wrote down the universal law of gravitation, something that we're talking about apparently in the chat right now, how appropriate, nobody had any reason to presume that the laws of physics at home were the same as everywhere else in the universe. Earth had earthly things going on, and the heavens had heavenly things going on. According to Christian teachings of the day, God controlled the heavens, rendering them unknowable to our feeble mortal minds. When Newton breached this philosophical barrier by rendering all motion comprehensible and predictable, some theologians sorry, I'm struggling with that word, criticized him for leaving nothing for the creator to do. Newton had figured out that the force of gravity pulling ripe apples from their orchards also guides tossed objects along their curved trajectories and directs the moon in its orbit around the Earth. Newton's law of gravitation also guides planets, asteroids, and comets in their orbits around the sun and keeps hundreds of billions of stars in orbit within our Milky Way galaxy. This this universality of physical laws drives scientific discovery like nothing else, and gravity was just the beginning. Imagine the excitement among 19th century astronomers when laboratory prisms, which break light beams into a spectrum of colors. So Newton also worked in optics a lot, so something that people might not always remember because he's so well known for gravitation. But of course, he worked on optics. He worked on the Principia, which is all his mathematics and calculus. He did a lot. So he really is probably the most outstanding physicist ever is probably Newton. So spectra are not only beautiful but contain oodles of information about the light emitting object, including its temperature and composition. Hello, Abha. Chemical elements reveal themselves by their unique patterns of light or dark bands that cut across the spectrum. So I'm sure all of this is review for most because this is kind of like taught in, the grade schools. So hopefully this is kind of jogging your memory, and it's kind of related to some of the people what you were asking. So there is that as well. Hello, JED Clemens. Yes, you can ask something. To people's delight and amazement, the chemical signatures on the sun were identical to those in the laboratory. So there's nothing special about the sun. The sun has elements. I mean, it is special to us, but the sun is made of elements, and we are made of elements. And what we see in the lab, those elements, same thing. No longer the exclusive tool of chemists, the prism showed that as different as the sun is from Earth in size, mass, temperature, location, and appearance, we both contain the same stuff. So before this type of situation, this type of discovery, we really didn't know exactly what was in the sun. Like, is it the same kind of stuff that we have here on Earth, that we have access to here on Earth? Or is it some stuff that is completely different? And now we knew, okay? Super random, should I get food or not? Always. Catherine, you should get some popcorn and sit down for this. LB for life says hi. So the same stuff is in the sun: hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium, iron, and so forth. But more important than our laundry list of shared ingredients was the recognition that the laws of physics prescribing the formation of these spectral signatures on the sun were the same laws operating on Earth, 93 million miles away. So even though astronomy is about these heavenly objects that are so far away, guess what? The elements in the heavenly object that is the sun were the same ones as on Earth. So fertile was this concept of universality. So this universal law of gravitation, the universal stuff, right? Both in terms of gravitation, both in terms of optics, everything. This is what Newton really worked on and really contributed, and this was really huge. Okay, this was not something that we would trivialize, even though we learn about it now in school, but back then it meant a lot. Okay, so fertile was this concept of universality that it was successfully applied in reverse. Further analysis of the sun spectrum revealed the signature of an element that had no known counterpart on Earth. Being of the sun, the new substance was given a name derived from the Greek word helios, which is the sun, and was only later discovered in the lab. Thus, helium became the first and only element in the chemist's periodic table to be discovered someplace other than Earth. The sun does make helium out of hydrogen, so it is very important there. So it turns out that that's where it was discovered. Okay, the laws of physics work in the solar system, but do they work across the galaxy? Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Slump. So across the universe, how about across time itself? Step by step, the laws were tested. So now we're testing the laws of gravitation and seeing um, if they hold up for when we go farther away. Nearby stars also revealed familiar chemicals. So now remember that in astronomy, you might hear about emission lines and absorption lines. And these lines, which have to do with elements being the elements that are in those sources of light or sources or objects, are very much important in us understanding what kind of object that is and what it is and how old and lots of things like that. So and we use basically this kind of thing, this kind of spectra, or really a bit of chemistry, if you will, to understand about that. Okay, so nearby stars also reveal the familiar chemicals. Distant binary stars bound in mutual orbit seem to know all about Newton's laws of gravity. For the same reason, so do binary galaxies. And like the geologists stratified sediments, which serve as a timeline of earthly events, the farther away we look in space, the farther back in time we see. So spectra from the most distant objects in the universe show the same chemical signatures that we see nearby in space and in time, which is very cool. True, heavy elements were less abundant back then. They are manufactured primarily in subsequent generations of exploding stars. Because, of course, if you go really far back, we would not have the heavier elements because we've gone far back in time as well. And the Big Bang nucleosynthesis, remember, we've talked about this in our cosmology lessons, that the Big Bang nucleosynthesis pretty much gave us hydrogen, small amounts of helium, and very trace amounts of lithium, those three elements only. And really only two, hydrogen and helium. Everything else heavier than that was made in the stars. And so exploding stars, the first generation of stars were made, the next generation. And then the stars die an explosive death and they spew all their materials into the space around them. And that becomes the gaseous nebula or gas clouds that then later on go to make the next generations of star systems, even like ours, right? So, of course, if you go super back in time, then you would not find metal-rich objects because, by the way, in astronomy, I should mention that we pretty much call anything above helium in the periodic table a metal. I know that it's different in material science or in physics, but in astronomy, we just call them all metals above helium. So just having anything heavier than helium is pretty pretty big deal, right? And even now in the universe, hydrogen is the most abundant element, and even our sun is mainly still doing that step of converting hydrogen to helium. So okay, so heavy elements were less abundant back then. They're manufactured primarily in subsequent generations of exploding stars, but the laws describing the atomic and molecular processes that created these spectral signatures remain intact. In particular, a quantity known as the fine structure constant, which controls the basic fingerprinting for every element, must have remained unchanged for billions of years. Of course, not all things and phenomena in the cosmos have counterparts on Earth. You've probably never walked through a cloud of glowing million-degree plasma, and I would bet you've never greeted a black hole on the street. So there are more extreme objects that are far away from the Earth. There's still, there's you guys are funny. There is still a lot of maybe the same physics, but also we keep an open mind about discovering new physics in some of these more exotic places in the universe that are far away from us. Okay. Thank you everybody for being here. So So some things would be kind of different. For example, we would not meet a black hole here on Earth. We might not go through plasma that is million degrees. What matters is the universality of the physical laws that describe them. So maybe not a very exotic object like a black hole here on Earth, but some of the but the same physical laws, okay? Okay. What matters is the universality of the physical laws that describe them. When spectral analysis was first applied to the light emitted by interstellar nebulae, a signature was discovered that once again had no counterpart on Earth. At the time, the periodic table of elements had no obvious place for a new element to fit. In response, astrophysicists invented the name nebulium as a placeholder until they could figure out what was going on. Turned out that in space, gaseous nebulae are so rarefied that atoms go long stretches without colliding. So, so that's a whole another type of, so it's just like the environment of the nebulae are so different, right? That kind of um who was dismissive to you? Jargon. Are you talking to me? I hope not me. And thank you everyone for being here and engaging. Oh, you guys are having a discussion of your own. That is totally fine. That's great. Yay. Okay, we'll keep going. So my favorite, okay, so the nebulium thing. Under these conditions, electrons can do things within atoms that had never before been seen in Earth labs. So on Earth, we might not see certain things happen because we haven't been able to attain those conditions, or we didn't know that we have to have those conditions in the first place. So nebulium was simply the signature of ordinary oxygen doing extraordinary things. So there was oxygen in these nebulae, but doing things that we don't really see usually on Earth. This universality of physical laws tells us that if we land on another planet with a thriving alien civilization, they will be running on the same laws that we have discovered and tested here on Earth, even if the aliens harbor different social and political beliefs. So that's something to consider as well, is that basically we would have, maybe we would see different things, but there is certain comfort in knowing that a lot of these laws are universal, so the aliens would feel them too, okay? Nor, furthermore, if you wanted to talk to the aliens, you can bet they don't speak English or French or even Mandarin. Nor would you know whether shaking their hands, if indeed their outstretched appendage is a hand, would be considered an act of war or of peace. Your best hope is to find a way to communicate using the language of science. So Neil deGrasse is, of course, big proponent for doing science. Such an attempt was made in the 1970s with Pioneer 10 and 11 and Voyager 1 and 2. So these little tidbits of information that he shares is kind of nice because, it's easy to forget some of these missions that we have accomplished, and especially from a while ago. So 1970s is, it might be before our time here. All four spacecraft were endowed with enough energy after gravity assists from the giant planets to escape the solar system entirely. Pioneer wore a golden etched plaque that showed in scientific pictograms the layout of our solar system, our location in the Milky Way galaxy, and the structure of the hydrogen atom. Voyager went further and also included a gold record album containing diverse sounds from Mother Earth, including the human heartbeat, whale songs, and musical selections from around the world, including the works of Beethoven and Chuck Berry. So we tried. While this humanized the message, it's not clear whether alien ears would have a clue what they were listening to, assuming they have ears in the first place. But my favorite parody of this gesture was a skit on NBC's Saturday Night Live shortly after the Voyager launch, in which they showed a written reply from the aliens who recovered the spacecraft. The note simply requested, "Send more Chuck Berry." So Neil deGrasse is having fun with that. Science thrives not only on the universality of physical laws, but also on the existence and persistence of physical constants. The constant of gravitation, known by most scientists as big G. So this big G is also a constant, I mean, as far as we know. And in fact, that same big G appears in our cosmology discussions. That same big G is in general relativity and such, right? So even the general relativity is more new, more modern, and relatively more modern, right? From the Newtonian stuff, and it's a correction on the Newtonian laws of gravitation, but it still uses this big G, so that stuff still carries over. So the constant of gravitation, known by most scientists as big G, supplies Newton's equation of gravity with the measure of how strong the force will be. This quantity has been implicitly tested for variation over eons. So, this is something that we might take for granted, that these constants are indeed a constant, or, everybody uses them. They appear in all these different parts of physics. But, it is a big deal to confirm over eons that it is a constant. If you do the math, you can determine that a star's luminosity is steeply dependent on big G. In other words, if big G had been even slightly different in the past, then the energy output of the sun would have been far more variable than anything the biological, climatological, or geological records indicate. So big G is important and universal. Such is the uniformity of our universe. Pretty cool, right? Like, I mean, how cool is that? I don't see too many discussions where we don't take big G for granted, right? The gravitational constant. So I like that. Hi, Adam. Are you still here? Who is weird about it? Has the chat degraded? Oh, I'm sorry about that, Adam. Are there trolls in the chat now? Everybody, be little good boys and girls. And don't misbehave. Can we all behave now? Oh, that's a great question. I want to know why we can't unite quantum mechanics and gravity, says Ari. That is a great question. We've spent quite a bit of time discussing this, but we will bring this topic back. Thank you for mentioning it. I will take that as a direct request. Hello, Little. Hello, Brian Kelly. Hello, Leo Boso. Hello, Adam, you're still here. Hello, Ricardo. Okay, we will keep going. Let me take some sips of my water, and then we will keep going. Oh, Adam, you'll be a mod? Okay, sure. Thank you, Adam. Okay, I want to share the live one more time and take some sips of water, and then I will continue, okay? Thank you, everyone, for being here. Really appreciate you. This is quite a fun live. I'm glad how many people have joined and everything. Hello, Bugaming. Okay. You guys should do gifts or super chats. That'll bring your comment to my attention way more than what you're doing right now. Unless you're Adam, because he's top fan number 1. Adam is number 1, number 2 is Acacio, number 3 is David, number 4 is Solara, my darling Solara, number 5 is Molly, number 6 is Steven. Oh my goodness, thank you, Steven. Number 7 is B, number 9 is Alex, and number 10 is Klaus. Hello, Brian Kelly. Adam, you're saying sodium? What does that mean? Or like, as in, what do you mean? Oh, I see, yeah, sodium. Number 11. Okay. So now we will talk about light. So among all constants, the speed of light is the most famous. No matter how fast you go, you will never overtake a beam of light. Why not? No experiment ever conducted has ever revealed an object of any form reaching the speed of light. Well-tested laws of physics predict and account for that fact. I know these statements sound closed-minded. Some of the most boneheaded science-based proclamations in the past have underestimated the ingenuity of inventors and engineers. We will never fly, flying will never be commercially feasible, we will never split the atom, those types of things. But the claim we will never outrun a beam of light is a qualitatively different prediction. It flows from basic time-tested physical principles. Highway signs for interstellar travelers of the future will justifiably read, the speed of light, it's not just a good idea, it's the law. So I love that. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Sam Flo. Thank you so much for subscribing. Unlike getting caught speeding on Earth roads, the good thing about the laws of physics is that they require no law enforcement agencies to maintain them. Although I did once own a geeky t-shirt that proclaimed, "Obey gravity." All measurements suggest that the known fundamental constants and the physical laws that reference them are neither time-dependent nor location-dependent. They're truly constant and universal. Hello, Vic. Hello, Zer. Hello, Rigo, Bartho. Hello, X-Power. Hello, Adam. Many natural phenomena manifest multiple physical laws operating at once. This fact often complicates the analysis and in most cases requires high-performance computing to calculate what's going on and to keep track of important parameters. When comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 plunged into Jupiter's gas-rich atmosphere in July of 1994 and then exploded, the most accurate computer model combined the laws of fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, kinematics, and gravitation. Climate and weather represent other leading examples of complicated and difficult to predict phenomena, right? Like these are pretty complicated topics, but they all, the point is that there's always a universal laws that are underlying, but the basic laws governing them are still at work. Jupiter's great red spot, a raging anticyclone that has been going strong for at least 350 years, is driven by identical physical processes that generate storms on Earth and elsewhere in the solar system. So Jupiter has this big storm going on for 350 years in one of its spots, which we call the Great Red Spot. And it's not like the physics is different there. Now, I just want to caveat this discussion of the universality and uniformity of our universe and all these physical laws with the fact that when we look at very different environments, when we say pick up on the signatures of or we measure a very distant object, like say, for example, a quasar or something like that, it is not that we don't keep our minds open, and we should keep our minds open to see if there is any kind of new physics that we could tap into or we could understand, and especially if it has to do with something that is sort of a gap in our current understanding, okay? So for example, we would be, of course, open to discovering a new particle in particle physics if it is something that we expect anyways, or if it's sort of a gap in our current understanding and things like that, right? Or say we expect certain environments like natural particle accelerators to produce neutrinos in certain processes that we think might be happening there. And until we see those neutrinos, we would not know that they are actually happening. And when we do see them or we measure them, and there are experiments, right? This is a whole big process. Then we would kind of confirm about those or learn more about the new physics in that environment, right? But so sometimes we do kind of look for and want to discover new things. But at the same time, there is a set of laws that seem to be very basic and followed by everyone and everything, no matter where. And unless we're talking a very extreme kind of environment. Oh, there's Baji. unless we're talking a very extreme kind of environment where we expect to, or we shouldn't be shocked to discover something new there, a lot of these things are sort of universal, okay? And as far as the Newtonian stuff goes, like, especially with, so I would say, unless it's a very extreme environment where things are super duper accelerated, or we're considering very large scale, very far, far away. Thank you, Brian Kelly. Girl must be incredible at parties. I am. So if you throw a party, do have me over. So we can keep our minds open always to learn new physics, but certain things, at least for now, we consider to be the underlying basic law. Okay? So another class of universal truths is the conservation laws. So we talked about the big G, the gravitational constant seems to be a constant very universally, the speed of light being a constant, speed of light in vacuum being a constant. That is also a universal truth. And then there's the conservation laws, seems to also be a universal truth, okay? So there are a few things like this that seem to be universal truth and standing the test of time, and doesn't matter where you go, how far away. There's Baji. They are still followed, okay? So the three most important, so coming to the conservation laws, the three most important are the conservation of mass and energy, the conservation of linear and angular momentum, and the conservation of electric charge. That's pretty cool, right? Conservation of mass and energy, conservation of linear and angular momentum, and the conservation of electric charge. So by the way, did you know that the fact that our solar system comes from a gas nebula that condensated to make, the sun and the planets, there is conservation of angular momentum that happened there too. The gas nebula had angular momentum, and so when it made the sun and the planets, most of the mass ended up going to the sun, but most of the angular momentum ended up going to the planets in a way that would conserve angular momentum in that process of going from the gas nebula to us. So even say for something like that, which is a pretty big event, we see this kind of conservation happening. So it's just, I just think that's so cool. Angular momentum, when we learn about it in classical mechanics classes, we might not think of it as a very cool concept. There are a lot of like everyday life type of examples where it's not as interesting. But I think that when we consider it in terms of this type of thing, astronomy, nebula, going into sun and planets, I think that is very interesting indeed. So it's just like what I like, I suppose. So, these laws are in evidence on Earth and everywhere we have thought to look, from the domain of particle physics to the large-scale structure of the universe. In spite of this boasting, all is not perfect in paradise. It happens that we cannot see, touch, or taste the source of 85% of the gravity we measure in the universe, this mysterious dark matter. So see, now he's talking about dark matter. So for example, when we finally understand the particle nature of dark matter, that will be like new physics, right? We don't know something now. Of course, we anticipate it. We have found this dark matter. We just don't know what exactly it is or what it's made of, etc. So we're anticipating finding something or getting further clarification on it. But that will be like new, right? So there's still plenty of opportunity to do new physics. In fact, you have to, right? When you get a PhD, you're supposed to be doing something new and finding something novel, and then you write your thesis or you publish papers, and we continue to do new physics and we continue to find new things. But as far as these laws go, they seem to be quite constant, okay? So this mysterious dark matter, which remains undetected except for its gravitational pull on matter we see, may be composed of exotic particles that we have yet to discover or identify. Okay. A small minority of astrophysicists, however, are unconvinced and have suggested that there is no dark matter. You just need to modify Newton's law of gravity. I'm in Massachusetts. Simply add a few components to the equations and all will be well. Perhaps one day we will learn that Newton's gravity indeed requires adjustment. That'll be okay. It has happened once before, right? Because Einstein did that. By the way, thank you guys. If you're watching all my shorts, clips, other videos and things like that, I really appreciate it. And please do leave your comments and whatnot there, and share and like and subscribe over there as well, okay? I do appreciate. Oh my gosh. Hello, J Fresh Beats. How are you doing? Hello, Fry. Hello, Vic. Oh. Some of your comments are quite scary. Goodness. So, perhaps one day we will stand corrected on that thing, the gravitation constant thing. Thank you, J Fresh. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Hello, Kumar Patel. Hare Krishna. Hello, Mad Max. Einstein's 1916 general theory of relativity expanded on the principles of Newton's gravity in a way that also applied to objects of extremely high mass. Newton's law of gravity breaks down in this expanded realm. So what we say now is that Einstein's general relativity is a correction to Newtonian gravity, okay? So like whatever Newton did is still good as an approximation, and for our day-to-day lives and even for like NASA launching rockets, it works. But as far as if you wanted to be more accurate and encompass more phenomena, then the corrected theory for gravitation is actually the general theory of relativity by Einstein that he gave to us in 1916. So that's pretty recent. Within just over 100 years ago, we came up with this, right? Whereas hundreds of years before that, you know, the Newtonian theories worked just fine, and it worked out. I mean, both actually still have certain flaws. Like there's still, it's not that general relativity it's completely perfect either, and we've kind of talked about some of its deficiencies, but certainly it is a correction on top of Newton's gravitation. But it may not be something that affects us day to day, and that's totally fine. And a number of people like never have to really deal with GR, and if it's an elective class actually in grad school. So there are a number of physicists who might even have PhDs in physics who never took a GR class. So that kind of tells you something about the that sort of thing. But if you are if you take astrophysics or astronomy or cosmology, absolutely. Like if you take cosmology, of course, if you want to do string theory, I mean, definitely you would need to understand and take general relativity is sort of like the foundation there. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Einstein's 1916 general theory of relativity expanded on the principles of Newton's gravity in a way that also applied to objects of extremely high mass. Newton's law of gravity breaks down in this expanded realm, which was unknown to him. The lesson here is that our confidence flows through the range of conditions over which a law has been tested and verified. The broader that range, the more potent and powerful the law becomes in describing the cosmos. Hello, Tyson, Jays. Of course, you're allowed to gift. Go for it. For black holes, or sorry, it got for ordinary household gravity. Oh my gosh, there's an owl. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much. Tyson Jays sent an owl. The owl was very cool. I've never seen an owl before on the live. Somebody threw an apple on his head, says unlivid squid. Thank you, X Power. Lol, you're pretty and smart. Oh my, what do I call you? My name is Oindri, or Baji's mother. Baji is the kitty cat right there. See? Right here on his cat tree. You're pretty and smart. Well, thank you so much. Tyson says, okay. Tyson, I really kind of want to see the owl again, actually, because I looked up and there was an owl, and that's never happened before. Thank you. Sam VR Beta says hi. Hello. Floating heart. Thank you for the... Oh my God, there's an owl. Do you guys see this? Do you see the owl? That's so cool. Some guy said tomorrow he's gonna wear a maid suit since he got $500 donated to him. Okay. Owl, wow. I got a question. Hello, Edna. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tyson J's Generous Soul Alert. Thank you so much, Tyson. Mass bends the fabric of space. Correct. Gravitation is the curvature of space-time. And more the mass, more bending of the fabric of space-time. So it's the space-time that is getting bent, okay? The king is here, says Rowdy. Thank you for the floating hearts. I like owls. What do you mean they're dumb? I love owls. I think owls are cool. I'm telling you, it's Neil for real. Neil deGrasse Tyson, we are reading your book. All Tysons, you're welcome. Thank you. J Fresh is saying flower, or sent a flower. Thank you. Neil's up in here. Owls are smart. Owls are smart. Oh, I agree, Tyson. Tyson Jays, I agree. You speak Urdu? I do. Hello, TMAC. Thank you, Soniam. Sony Am. Hello, Sony. Thank you. You guys are so nice. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you, J Fresh. Sent happy poop. Well, thank you for the poop. My friends of bird trainer and say owls. Oh gosh. Well, I like owls. I saw an owl on my window once, like last winter. Last winter, there was an owl at my window. Thank you, X Power. Thank you, Tyson. Thank you, Adam. Oh, you subscribe. Thank you so much. Please do. I like crows, but I like owls more. See you next time, little. Are you single, as someone is asking? Singular in nature. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, Tyson did a super chat. Thank you, Tyson Jays, once again. 134 XP from taking top spot. Wow. Adam, let's see. Number 1 top fan right now is Tyson Jays. Number 2 is Adam. Number 3 is Acacio. Number 4 is King David. Number 5 is Solara. Number 6 is Steven. Number 7 is SNBCR. Number 8 is X Power X House. Number 9 is J Fresh. Number 10 is Mali. How nice, you guys. Thank you so much, Tyson Jays. I much appreciate. Let's see. You have pretty eyes. Thank you, Jeffrey. Number 8 is not bad. No. Okay. So the lesson here is that our confidence flows through the range of conditions over which a law has been tested and verified. The broader that range, the more potent and powerful the law becomes in describing the cosmos. Oh, Tyson Jays wants mod. Okay, give me 1 second. For ordinary household gravity, Newton's law works just fine. It got us to the moon and returned us safely to Earth in 1969. So literally, even for launching rockets, Newton's laws is fine. The Newton's laws type of gravitation is fine. I'm trying to get rid of this thing, weekend plans thing, but it's jumping up and covering the screen. Maybe I should have not done it. Tyson Jays wants mod. Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat. Let me do it. Tyson mod. Absolutely. Let us see. Add as moderator. There you go. Tyson Jays is a mod. Everyone like and subscribe. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know. I know. I know the weekend just ended. It's okay. It's YouTube doing it. Thank you. Okay, so the lesson here is that our confidence flows through the range of conditions over which a law has been tested and verified. The broader that range, the more potent and powerful the law becomes in describing the cosmos. For ordinary household gravity, Newton's law works just fine. It got us to the moon and returned us safely to Earth in 1969. That's very true. We haven't found any evidence for string theory. Ari is correct because it's so difficult to test string theory. You know, the extra dimensions that string theory requires not just suggests mildly, it requires, those are very difficult to discover and measure, okay, in our current conditions. So, like a night bird living in the man-made wall of the lake, I'll be damned. Hello, hello, Skeletora. How are you doing? Tyson is a mod now. Congratulations to Tyson. Hello, X Power. Jack is saying greetings from Kazakhstan. Hello to Kazakhstan. Oh my goodness gracious. I found a string once, Ari. Would you rather take a cross-country road trip with someone who never stops talking or someone who smells really bad? I think the never stops talking. I think it would have to be the never stops talking. I don't think I can handle the smells really bad because I can put earbuds on secretly. I can just nod and be like, yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium. I'm on the phone with your dad and he just gave me his blessing to marry you. I believe it. He doesn't have very good standards. Hello, time architecture. I might not be good at chess, but I know a queen when I see one. Ah, ecstatic G. Hello, hello. Can you guys please like, share, subscribe, and watch all my videos and shorts and clips and go shopping on my channel? That would ensure a beautiful month for me. Would you rather kiss a frog or a fish? A fish, where the fish is a dolphin or a whale. Beautiful smile. Oh, thank you, Bilam. Thank you, Nayeli Garcia. So, for black holes and the large-scale structure of the universe, we need general relativity. So this is what I was saying, where for a lot of things, we don't actually need general relativity, and Newtonian gravitation is completely fine. But for a lot of things, in fact, we do need, not a lot, but like there are certain things that we know that we would definitely need general relativity for. And those things are black holes and the large scale structure. Oh, thank you for sharing my channel, Adam, or not Adam, Tyson. I believe that was Tyson that did that. So thank you. Thank you, Tyson, for sharing the channel. Dolphins and whales are mammals, not fish. A dolphin is a mammal. I know a dolphin is a mammal, but their marine life. What is your favorite color? Pink and black. Time architecture is saying hi. This lady, haha. Adam is laughing. What are you laughing about? I'd rather kiss a fish because I already have. Ecstatic. Thank you. This one is from just one of my trips, and this one was sent to me by a brand. So, but I like it is why I'm wearing it, not because they made me. X-Power. The genius bird, Albert Einstein. Oh my gosh. Hello, D Spiritual. Hello, Mr. Tahoe. Hello, Brian. I think people are getting, so somebody asked, why has string theory dropped off in popularity? I think it's because like people like less funding for it, and also once you kind of determine that it's not testable, it just might not be considered as attractive to do it, you know, for your career and things like that. And there's plenty of things going on in other parts of physics that people would rather do, you know? So, and also because we're sort of in an era where we very much value and are capable of and want to keep expanding on measurement and doing experiments. Like these really big experiments are being designed and deployed to confirm things that were predicted a while ago, to discover things that are predicted, to just like make more and more precise measurements and things like that. That's the sort of era we're in. So then if you have a theory like the superstring theory, which has those tiny curled up dimensions that are extra dimensions, and then you realize like, oh, these are not testable, like there's just no way we would be able to design an experiment to find these. I mean, unless I'm wrong, I mean, please do look it up, but like I think it's also just like a little discouraging where to be in an era where experimentation is big, we have capability to make amazing instruments, but then if string theory is still not testable, then it probably gets a little deprioritized, you know? Favorite Nicki song? Yeah, so it's very theoretical still and cannot be tested. But I wanted to say why. Like it's because we have made a lot of progress in being able to test certain things and make measurements that were impossible earlier. But that situation is very bad still for superstring theory, okay? Thank you for subscribing. I know, the curled up dimensions are just so tiny. It could be that, so superstring theory is a grand unification theory that would unify the four fundamental forces, right? Gravitation, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, and weak nuclear force. But the problem is that we also think that the era or the timeline of the universe when those things were unified was very early on. And the environment that the very early on universe had is not something that we have anymore. Universe has expanded, significantly cooled. We have all these new things going on. The evolution of the universe is, you know, gives us as we see things now. But in nature, those four things, including gravitation, would have been unified in a very different time, in a very different universe, in a, you know, so I think that's part of the reasons why string theory is both good and bad. Good because it's believable, because maybe it's fine to have those extra dimensions in a very different state of the universe. But then the bad thing is that we cannot recreate that easily. And not even easily, it just seems to be kind of impossible because we do other things that are pretty difficult, but that thing is still kind of far from achieved, right? So, um, so, okay. All right. So, let's see. Any other questions? In the last 6-7 years, string theory has had a groundbreaking discovery. Do you like science too? Oh, I like your string theory jokes. Um, a string theorist walks into a bar, orders a drink, then spends the next 20 years explaining why the bar probably exists in 11 dimensions. But unfortunately, none of them contain evidence. 10 or 11, depending on which string theory. But yes, aw, you guys get it. You guys get it. You guys get it. Love it. Where's the neutron joke? Do you think that supermassive black holes are leftover primordial black holes? So, no, that's not what I think actually, but I could be wrong. I think supermassive black holes are just normal black holes, which would be like stellar remnants that have eaten a lot over time and over like many, many, many years, they become supermassive. But I could be wrong. So oh yeah, now I remember I picked up the phone to change the temperature. It's very cold. Hello Crib Boo, hello Ari. Hello NGD. A string theorist, I love that joke. A neutron walks into a bar and asks, how much for a beer? The bartender responds, for you, no charge. Oh, I think that's so great. For you, no charge. Thank you, Greg. Greg Morales. It's an interesting question you ask about the primordial black holes. I think my answer so the only thing is that, you know how stars sometimes die, well, all stars die or will die, you know, but a very massive star, the most massive stars, when they die and they collapse under their own gravitation, they make black holes, right? So black holes are a stellar remnant. And then sometimes they eat a lot. Over time, they become a supermassive black hole. But then, so it's really a very extreme gravitational collapse that can lead to a black hole. So I'm not sure about the primordial hydrogen gas making black holes and that being the primordial black holes. But also, I don't know. I don't know. That's the answer. Because sometimes we don't know things, and this might be one of them. Hello, Greg. Hello, Skeletora. Thank you, Nathan. I love that. What does a subatomic duck say? Quark. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, that's too funny. What does a subatomic duck say? Quark. Nobody knows, to be fair. What space are we in right now? Hello, Jordan. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love to discuss it too. You know, honestly, I should find more texts on primordial black holes. Unfortunately, I don't know much about them, or I would be able to discuss more. I just know that I don't know about them, and that actually Stephen Hawking looked a lot for primordial black holes without any success. I think that would have made him very happy, and we talked a little bit about them when we covered his book, but yeah, I don't know a lot about them. I mean, even the theories of them, that is, right? Because sometimes we can have a theory and really it's a theoretical candidate until it is sort of confirmed with experiment or measurement as a proved theory, but you know. Hello Josiah, hello Ari, hello Jordan, hello Warjack. Okay, let me finish this little segment that I was on, and but your comments have been very funny, especially the jokes have really cracked me up, truly and really. So anyway, for black holes and the large scale structure of the universe, we need general relativity. We do need it. And if you insert low mass and low speeds into Einstein's equations, they literally, or rather mathematically, become Newton's equations. So if you are dealing with if you're dealing with low mass and low speeds, then Einstein's equations will just become Newton's equations. And so Newtonian mechanics is an approximation of, it is a good approximation and works fine when we're considering regular mass and speeds, okay? And even fine to the point of launching rockets and things like that. So so anyway, all good reasons to develop confidence in our understanding of all we claim to understand. So all good reasons to develop confidence in our understanding of all we claim to understand. So it's good and it's fine for something to be an approximation as long as we know that, right? As long as we know that Newtonian mechanics or Newtonian gravitation is fine for low masses and lower speeds. It's really when you reach those relativistic types of speeds and whatnot, or very high mass or large scale structure, in cosmology, or black holes, you know, those types of things. It's a very extreme object, right? A black hole. So then we would need general relativity. So it's okay to have a theory or a topic be covered in an approximate way, in an older way that is an approximation, as long as we know where it breaks down and what the sort of those boundary conditions are. Thank you, Samflo. Hello, Samflo. Hello, San Dixon. Hello, Josiah. Do you want to hear a joke? Says Josiah. Yes, of course. Of course, I want to hear a joke. So I'm going to tell you which book this is. This is called Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. See? Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse. TMI San, what text are you reading? What do you call an Indian dating site? Indian dating site. Hello, Sigma. I call a black hole an object. A neutrino walked through a bar. A neutrino walked through a bar. Hello, TX Oil Star. I love Neil. He's so interesting. Have you seen his last meal? I have not. I watched him when he did the introduction for that book. Oh, really? That's cool. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Now let's see what Sam Dixon was saying. This really hurt me. I don't know what to do. Oh no, Sam Dixon, what hurt you? If you have an ex that you're in love with that came back and tried to talk to you and then you found out that she got pregnant by somebody else, you could take her back and the kid. If you love her, you can love the kid too. How about that? And have a happy family together. Just like the particle families, leptons, quarks, and bosons. Did you know that even in the particle families, leptons, for example, there are many types of leptons. Some small, some big, some charged, some not charged. I wanted to think for a second before I say something wrong. But I think I said mostly correct things. So, there is a solution. Be happy. Single or double? Hello, Utah. Hello, Josiah. Black hole is still kind of alive, right, or no? Alive? A black hole is a dead star. I don't know if that helps in understanding it. A dead star, remnant of a dead star, is a black hole. So in that sense, it's kind of dead. But it could be kind of alive in the sense that it could accrete a lot of material. Some black holes do that, and it actually turns very bright around that black hole because many things are falling into the black hole at a very high acceleration like. So that type of particle acceleration produces a lot of radiation that we can sometimes see. For example, even from our own galaxy's supermassive black hole, Sagittarius A star, my favorite. So it depends what you mean by alive. If you mean that it could be a very energetic surrounding around the black hole, then yes. Okay. Hello, Sam Flo. Hello, the real gook. Do you know what a bumpkin is? I don't. Neutrinos don't walk. Hello, Sigma. Keep families together. Hello, Jeff Love. Hello, Tadu. She started a family with someone else, not functional. Apparently, I'm an agony aunt now. I took a few psychology classes, so I do dish out psychology advice sometimes. But I should put an asterisk against all my psychology and family advice that my doctorate is in physics, not psychology. Both start with a P though, so sometimes I get confused. If she cheated once, she wants to do it again. Well, I don't know if they were dating when she did it. Did she cheat? I don't know. What do you call an Indian dating site? Oh, please. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. I just watched a girl cry on live about her abusive mother while listening to. Oh. Oh, no. Black holes really can't see. Have you heard of the black hole cosmology? Black holes. By the way, I have other books by Neil deGrasse that we will also cover. Not tonight, other nights, but I do have more. Look at this book I got. This is called Death by Black Hole. Maybe I'll cover this tomorrow night. This is called Death by Black Hole and Other Cosmic Quandaries by Neil deGrasse. Tysona. Hawking radiation. We have talked about Hawking radiation from Hawking's book, of course. I believe that Hawking is with a G. Stephen Hawking. Hawking. Hello, Samflo. Carvey says, I'm Sagittarius. Oh, very nice, Sagittarius. Welcome to all the Sagittarians in the chat. I'm a Libra. I hate human drama. Do you like quark drama? Me too. Can someone say the quark joke again? That was so funny. Sagittarius A star is my favorite too. Yes! Sagittarius A star, and I love that you put the asterisk. And you knew that. You knew it. Sagittarius A star is my favorite too. The most interesting body in the sky outside of our system, I think. In our galaxy, yes. Truly. Adam Dolson has put a Sagittarius A star in the chat, which I appreciate very, very much. Oh, that's right. I have two brains, an astrology brain and a science and astronomy brain, I guess. So like when somebody said they are a Sagittarius, I saw that as an astrology thing, and I totally did not connect it with the black hole Sagittarius A star. Isn't that crazy how that works? Like my brain is just so compartmentalized. That's crazy, right? That's yeah. I don't know what to say. Indeed, a Sagittarius A star is the black hole. Hello, Mary. Hello, Nowood. Very smart girl. Thank you. The real Gook is saying, just don't let negative drama affect you. It can happen. Oh, thank you. Are you talking to me? Thank you. The star died as a star but became something else. This means it's death to the star. So when stars die, they can become three types of things. So basically, a lot of the time, depending on the supernova, right? But some of the biggest explosions lead to actually a lot of shedding of the star's material into the cosmos, into the interstellar medium, to just, the space around the star, right? A lot of shedding happens in the interstellar medium, and like basically the star loses a lot of mass in that process as well. And that's actually how we're here. If a star didn't spew a lot of its stuff into space, then we would not be here, because all that metal-rich materials going into space and forming the nebulae, gas clouds, whatever, is how we are here, because then that becomes the next generation of stars and so on and so forth. So that happens in a supernova, along with other things that are happening, of course. And then at the end, a gravitational collapse will happen, which will lead to a stellar remnant, or a dead star, if you will, which is like really three types that we can have. And it all depends on the mass of the original star, which is really cool. In astronomy, a lot of things just depend on the mass. So depending on the mass, we can just predict what will happen for the sun, for any star. So these three stellar remnants are either, the names of these things are either white dwarf, neutron star, or a black hole. Neutron star is called star, but it's just the naming. It's not really a star in that sense, okay? Because to be a star, you need to have a nuclear reactor in your belly. Okay, so if you're a dead star, which is not doing any nuclear reactions, then you're not really a star. But sometimes people also call these things dead stars. So in that sense, a star, I would say, is quite dead. The stellar remnant it becomes is quite dead. But another thing that can happen is a nova. Basically, these dead stars can continue to have certain activity, if you will, later on. And sometimes these things are in binaries, so that can also determine further fate of these objects. So for example, two neutron stars or two black holes in a binary system, like where they're revolving around each other, can get closer and closer, because as they are revolving around each other doing that little dance, they're actually losing gravitational energy, and so they come closer and closer. They can collide. We can measure gravitational waves from that. We, in fact, have already. They can put, a star and a white dwarf can interact, and one puts stuff on the other. Like those types of things can also happen. Okay, we can go into some of these details another time, because I think one of these lives I should probably do supernova from a textbook, and just, or like supernova and nova from a textbook, and just like go over it again. But basically, it's true that a dead star can have some activity like that, which makes it seem not so dead. So in that sense, that's a great point that you've made. Okay, it's not the same as that original star, but it is something. Oh, thank you, Dave. Oh my gosh, Dave is doing a gift. Oh, thank you, Dave. Thumper is doing a gift, a Sunday. Oh, and I just figured out, guys, how to heart a gift. So sorry if I didn't do that earlier. I am new to this. I just figured out that Dave gave me a Sunday, and I could heart it. Thank you so much. Love it. Thank you. Sorry about the lag, if there is such a thing. Are you okay? Maybe drink tea for the throat. Well, I don't do these lives every night anymore, so I think I'll be fine. I mean, I hope I'll be fine with the thanks to the God. But I used to do the lives like almost every night, and that was probably kind of like a lot. But thank you for asking, Sam Flo. I'm just happy that everybody is here, and it's good and engaging. Danny says 6-7. Okay. Sagittarius A star is like our, yes, like in our galaxy, we go around it. That's right. We've gone around it. We've gone around Sagittarius A star about 20 times. Maybe drink some tea. I should have tea next time. Thank you. Baji, Fuji, and Saji. I'm glad you also have an astrology compartment in there. I do. I have an astrology compartment in my brain. Like, it's like right here. I have all this for I hope so anyway. Well, thanks to God. Well, they're so compartmentalized, cognitive dissonance. They can be compartmentalized. Maybe they shouldn't be. Interstellar was an awesome movie. Hello, Ethan. Hello, Real Gook. Thank you for that comment. Hello, Dialectical. I do have a lot of dreams. Are you an astrophysicist? Yes. Hello, Aaron. Travis is saying, you're pretty for an Indian girl? What do you mean? Indian girls are pretty. She's married. I'm not actually. The ring is from a brand. What do you think the chances are of our planet being taken out by supernovas? Well, supernova would be a star dying, so the nearest one for us is the sun. Probably even before the sun supernovas, we would be having a few issues. She for the streets. Oh, thank you, Sam Flo. Hello, Ricky. I never took an IQ test. There is Baji Baba. Baji Baba has progressed to a higher tier of the cat tree. Baji Baba, you have really made progress here. Thank you, Sky Crimes. Thank you, HNS 2K. Hi, Elijah. Oh, Baji. Yes, Baji does miss me. I think it's time for our bed. It's time for bed. Timothy, thank you for joining, everyone. Good night, Demon. Good night, everybody. I do have to take your leave, actually. I have a kind of early appointment tomorrow morning. Let's talk about the Earth and Sun when the Sun supernovas tomorrow. How about we talk about supernovas tomorrow? Like, we brush up on all the supernova facts. We start with that, and then we talk about the Sun becoming a red giant. I do like poetry a lot. Hello, Chava. Hello, Kanye West. Good night, Adam. Please do subscribe. We will be back with more such content. We also post a lot of shorts, clips, videos that you should please do like, share, and subscribe, and comment. If you see this live later on, please do leave a comment. And if you see this all suddenly like in the middle, then please do rewind. Are you actually Indian or American? I am both, my darling. Or not even the sun. We have other stars that are close. Good night, Double Flower. Is there life on the sun? Probably not. Text Mac. Good night. Take care, everyone. Yes, please do write me a poem and come back tomorrow with it. Mwah. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Three Bengal tigers. Hi, Baji. Good night, everybody. The cat's name is Baji. And he really wants to go to bed now. That's why he's crying behind me. Baji wants to go to bed. He's very much like, Mom, can we go to bed? It's cold down here, but see how he's like suffering. He won't go up without me, so I gotta go, guys. Mwah. Thank you so very much for being here, everybody. It's been wonderful. I hope that you come back tomorrow night. I will try my darnedest to start the live earlier and have Baji and his siblings here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing and supporting the Royal Bengal Tigers that are Puji, Suji, and Baji. Appreciate you so very much, and good night and sleep tight, and mwah, mwah. Thank you so very much, and see you tomorrow night. Okay, love you all. Bye bye. Oh, you follow me on Instagram? Please do follow me on Instagram tomorrow. Please do follow me on Instagram tomorrow. Let's say like 10 p.m. Eastern.